Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
Hello everyone, very good evening to all of you. This is Anjali and I would like to welcome each one of you on our Testbook YouTube's official channel, and this is going to be a very special session as we have a very special guest with us, and he's here to talk about a lot of importance of the whole new trending word which we generally come across with us, that is going to be the Python. So we are going to discuss a lot of things with our very special guest, and he is none other than Mr. Mudassar Raza. So first of all, let's welcome Mr. Mudassar here.
Hello everyone. Hi, myself Mudassar. A little bit about myself. I currently work as a software engineer at a company called ClearTech. So today we'll be talking about Python and why it's important and what is its use case. So I'll tell you about what is the industrial application and why the Python is so much in demand right now, and how as professionals and even students as well as professionals use Python in their day-to-day activities, in their work and in their learning.
Okay, so I think a lot of the students have already joined us. Very good evening, everybody, and yes, Mudassar, they are also saying good evening to you too.
Hello everyone. Good evening. Hope you are all are safe and having a good time.
Definitely, and I think this session is going to be quite informative for each one of you. So let us start our questionnaire, and all those students who are there in this session, आपकी भी कोई doubt है तो वो आप हमसे share कर सकते हो, so that we can ask Mudassar as well, so that he can enlighten us with the right information on the same topic. So Mudassar, I think as a layman, I want to ask a very basic question कि मैं इस field से बिल्कुल भी नहीं हूँ, अगर मुझे as a layman, if I want to understand what is Python, like why it is used for, so like how can you make understand a layman कि होता क्या है ये?
So basically, for any layman or for any beginner which has no programming experience beforehand, so Python is basically a programming language with different features, which is it is called a general purpose programming language. What do you mean by general purpose? It's basically it has wide variety of applications both in industry and both in personal use case, as well as it's an interpreted garbage collection mechanism. So what do you mean by interpreted language is basically there are two sets of languages. One is compiled type of language and other is interpreted. So for compiled type language, basically if you write a code, if you write a program and let's say it's 100 or 200 lines long. So after you press the run execution command for that language, the whole 100 or 200 lines of command gets compiled in a single place. Instead of this, Python, what it does, it's called an interpreted language because whenever you're writing code in Python, whatever your interpreter is, whatever your Python tool is, run the application, it checks line by line for what you are writing in the code. So this is very useful when you are trying to debug or when you're trying to see why your application is not running the way you're supposed to. So this is why Python is called an interpreted language as well as a general purpose language, and it has other features it can be used for garbage collection. It has what is garbage collection is basically automatic manually management. So if you have some experience, those folks which have some experience with C or C++ know the trouble they go through when they have to use functions like malloc or calloc, which is basically memory management functions in the program itself. So that for a beginner is not you can come to that part later. Why worry me with these sort of complex things? Instead, just tell me what to do, how I can run some programs. So that's why Python allows you to basically let all the job of memory management to itself, and you just worry about writing the program. So these are basic features of Python.
Okay, so I think pretty much he has just summed up कि क्या है ये. Basically, let's say if a common man wants to understand Mudassar, that where it is used. I mean, can you just quote like 3 to 4 applications जो any ordinary person would have heard of, so we can understand it where it is exactly used for.
So basically, Python has a wide variety of applications here. So some of them can be like machine learning and AI. I think everyone has heard of that. So Python is the go-to programming language whenever you want to build a machine learning model or whenever you want to explore something in artificial intelligence. So like why it's a go-to tool, because Python provides so many different libraries. Some are called schemas, some is TensorFlow, PyTorch. These libraries inside Python allow you to write your program like in a very simple manner without worrying worrying about too much details of the machine learning library code goes internally. Like if you want to do a job very quickly in machine learning, Python is the go-to way to go. Other than that, very useful use case of Python is application development. You see, websites they use there are two mechanisms for two things inside a website. One is the front end, which you see the user is able to see and interact with, and the second is the back end part of it. So most of the applications they use backend from Python because it allows like very quick rerouting and very quick server mechanism, management mechanism, so that you are like, mostly worried about handling the front end and the back end that you need to write, it's quickly able to you're able to develop the whole back end using the Python and the libraries that it provides. Like other than that, like these are two main use cases, and there are major use case of Python in the field of data science. Like I'm very sure that you all have heard about data science or data science. Basically, data manipulation and data analytics and turning out useful insights from that data. Like in the modern world, like we have really terabytes of data coming in every day. Each and every company, governments, and like different startups are basically having so much of data. So for that data to become any useful for their business or their growth, you have to do some manipulation, some cleaning of their data, some visualization if you need to do. Like then for all these purposes, Python provides a very simple set of libraries to achieve all that. So this is the third use case, and then there are other use cases as well in the industry, like for image processing, for I think natural language processing, which is basically a set of machine learning, subfield of machine learning, where you learn how machines can learn and interact the human language, the natural language, the one we talk to and communicate each other with. That how machines we can teach machines to learn and understand those languages. So there also Python is a very key tool.
Okay.
And lastly, I think you can achieve lot of automation, task automation with Python. If you are like, I can even give you one example from my own company where we use that task automation, and like other than that, you can have like accessing database and management and all that. So in all these fields, like Python is basically the instrumental steps towards entering these fields. If you learn that, like basically you will able to achieve all those fields, enter into all those fields with a very quick succession.
Okay, so I think my next question's answer I just got the answer for my next question. That I think whatever you answered about this, Mudassar, that has actually provided me some insight about like where we can apply it, like what are going to be its applications. So I think you have just given us like pretty much information about the same as well.
Okay, okay. Uh, some other simpler examples would be like if you browse through YouTube and you see like after you click on a certain type of video, you see like YouTube is recommending all different videos with the same topic or same tagline.
Yes, exactly.
So behind those also like the Python's machine learning comes into picture.
Okay, okay. So I think this is going to give a pretty much idea to everybody कि ये जो whatever things we search it on our YouTube, तो ये automatically हो कैसे जाता है? So this is not going to be any kind of a magic, and then they're not reading our mind. There is some mechanism behind it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So, Mudassar, my next question is like, what do you think there are a lot of advantages of something, there are disadvantages of something. So, I just want to focus on what are the pros of Python as a language? Like, if I'm using it on like other languages, there are a lot of languages present here. So, क्या edge मिलता है मुझे Python use करने से?
Yeah. So like for any beginner or even if you have some experience with programming, like there are certain advantages that Python provides that none of the other languages, popular programming languages that we have provides. So Python basically is a very simple syntactic language. Like syntax is basically the rules and structure of any programming language, how you write the code, how the machine understands that code. So for Python, that is very simple. If you write code in Python, you will see like, wow, it feels like I am writing code that is very much human readable as compared to other languages, let's say C or C++, or like even to write a simple hello world program, you'll have to write 15 or 20 lines. In C++, you have to define certain functions, you have to define certain variables, you have to include certain libraries, but not in case of Python. You just tell a print hello world and it will do the same for you. So when you come like to the next step, when you start building applications or you start taking bigger tasks, then Python helps you in like giving you a productivity boost because all these micro things are already managed, so you just have to figure out working on the big. So overall, it gives a productivity boost in this case. And like other than that, it's free and open source, so you don't have to worry about anything buying or you have to pay for some kind of subscription. And it has, since it's open source, it has very extensive community support. So every day, like new people, like developers are bringing in publishing better tools to help you like help you automate certain tasks or help you build your complex and application in a very simple manner. Like it has like Python also one other feature that other languages don't have. It's the Python language is dynamically typed. So for low level languages such as C, C++, or Java, whenever you're writing a program, you have to tell that what are variables and what are their type of variables. Like if you want to have a string or if you want to have a website URL, you have to tell that this variable will only contain that type of data. But this is not the case for Python. So like a very layman person or a beginner doesn't have to worry about like okay, earlier my variable used to contain a certain integer or number value, but now it needs to contain string value. Python automatically handles all that. So again, you can focus on building your application as quickly as possible. And like one thing earlier also I mentioned that automatic memory management is there, which is called like garbage collection. So like if you are running very simpler application, then you don't have to worry about anything leaking any memory. How certain variables are assigned memories, you don't have to worry about that. Python all takes care of all that for you.
Okay, so I think Mudassar has just listed around 3 to 4 benefits of using Python as a language. So if you people are actually learning to, actually looking forward to learning something new in this field, तो C, C++ के बाद थोड़ा नया नाम आप सुन सकते हो Python अभी.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. So this leads to my next question, Mudassar, that why is it important to learn Python? For example, if let us assume a scenario that right now in this like cutting edge जो अपना चल रहा है टेक्नोलॉजी के फील्ड में, is it necessary that it is essential to learn Python? Like how can you enumerate its importance in this field right now?
So, as we mentioned earlier, Python is currently like the hot topic in industry. If you ever want to enter tech industry or IT industry, or even some simpler roles like where you have to do some data visualization or data analytics, for all these things, Python provides a way for you to achieve all those things. You keep learning all those things without worrying about the abstraction that resides in a machine. For like a computer, Python provides a very high level of abstraction, which basically means that you don't have to worry about the tiny nitty-gritty details of how your application is gonna perform, how different servers for your application is gonna run, how usually if you are making certain requests or certain kind of building applications for frontend. For all those things, Python is the go-to way in the industry right now. The reason is Python provides so many vast and extensive libraries and like in-hand tools for you that you can achieve anything you want. Like if you want to basically like you are in a meeting in your company and you want to provide a visualization for all your team members quickly so that they can have understand the insights behind understand the data, then there are libraries in Python which basically allows you to do all that in 2 or 3 steps, 2 or 3 lines of code, and there you have your graph, you have your bar chart to present what data, what sort of visualization you want to provide to make it easier for the other people to see and understand. Like other than that, you can also have you can take example from Google or YouTube or Spotify. All these companies are using currently going towards moving their application servers to be run via Python. Like their applications earlier, like Java is like a very good tool in many of the industrial companies, but slowly by slowly people are moving towards Python because it has such a rich, extensive community and such a rich, vast libraries to handle even the minuscule type of things. So that's why that's why the Python programming language is such a hot topic and in demand language for like anyone who wants to enter like industries in this, in data science, big data, for like even for robotics, this Python, the language provides so many useful tools for you to make your applications, make your servers perform like optimally to the best in the fastest way possible. Okay. So next question is like, I think this is going to be a very very fruitful information for each of the audience or each of the students who is right now with us. That right now they're in the learning phase with us, sir. Obviously, you would also have been in like one of your learning phase, and then now you are a professional. Now you have started working in this field. Now you know like you're a part of an organization, so we want to have an insight. We want to have a brief about that experience and how do you feel that your career graph is going, and from being a student to being a professional, how does it like? What were the changes? What were the challenges? Is it going to be a future proof for everybody? मतलब दोबारा आपको फिर सोचना नहीं है, टेंशन नहीं लेना है फ्यूचर का. Like how? What was your experience? During even during my college years, I had some exposure to Python. Since it provides such a beautiful, easy to read human syntax that like anyone who has certain background or even basic knowledge of programming will get interested to it. And from there on, your journey starts basically to all those scope, all those wide varieties that Python. By learning Python, you are exposed to such as like getting into a field of data science, getting into field of machine learning. So for all these things, Python basically, if you're a student or even if you're a professional, learning Python will be a very helpful step for you to achieve all those things. So as soon as you when you enter the professional life, you'll see like many startups, many companies already demand that Python is a essential requirement to have, because a lot of tasks the companies, the startups are using, they involve in one way or another the use of this programming language called Python. So, for instance, like I'll tell you one example from my own personal work experience. So, we have like marketing folks and analytics folks, which basically see what my website for the users that enter our website, what do they do, and like how they are interacting with the website, what all products they are checking out. So all this data is stored, and like basically we store this data in a particular place, right? So like how to get this data from the website to that particular your data storage, data bucket place, and how to arrange that data in a structured form of way. So here we use one popular you can say computer science term, which is called a cyclic graph. Basically using that, we basically schedule some tasks. So that task do is basically see what all data your website is receiving and arrange it in a form of structure, and then send that data back to your data storage facility. So for doing that, for implementing this particular task, for writing this particular scheduler or cyclic graph, you basically Python is the again the go-to base, because if you go to any other programming language, it will take you like or even a month or so to basically come up with a foolproof program to do all these. But instead of if you use Python, you can achieve all those tasks with foolproof testing and all that. You can achieve in a week or so, because again Python has so many built-in libraries with extensible support for whatever task you want to achieve. So here, like I experienced, like in my own personal workplace, learning Python was a useful skill because, like as compared to other technical languages, Python was like basically even it provides a learning experience which is fun for you as well because you are not actually worried about the nitty-gritty details, as I mentioned.
Okay. So another question is just like with the same flow, Mudassar, that for example, right now you told let's say you're working as
I'm working as a software engineer.
correct.
So
So like what should be going to be this growth chart or kaisa how can I see like how can you see your future here?
So basically, in talking about in regards to how Python or someone which is working as a software engineer uses Python in his workplace or day-to-day work. So basically, there are no there's no limit to what you can learn or what you need to study in Python. There are like innumerable number of things. So basically, you start by learning very minute details. Like let's say you learn the basic first 20 or 50 concepts, and then you start using or implementing them in your workplace step by slowly by slowly. Like the bigger concepts are complicated parts comes up. So that's why since you already know the basic steps so very well because you learned them using Python very quickly, then you are quickly able to reach the step where you are able to handle complex applications in your work. So that's how like Python or like any similar language I can't see like any similar language which provides so much. There are many languages which are taking inspiration from Python like there's CoffeeScript, I think there's Go, which is taking inspiration from like how the simple user interface, like how easy it is for a human, for a beginner to write code in Python. That's how they are taking inspiration and developing languages for that for them. So that's how like even for someone who is very beginner like me or like who has learned very little experience with Python, then slowly by slowly you can if you continue learning day by day, you will basically see that Python in the very near future there is no way Python is going absolutely obsolete. Like there are some languages that are dying out because they are not able to have a standard or they are not able to basically keep up with the current trends that are going in the modern world. So that's how Python comes into place and like it has so many built-in features that even in the near 10 to 20 years, like if you know this skill, it will be useful for you in your workplace.
Okay, so Mudassar, I think you have already told that you were also a beginner at some time, and everybody is going to be a beginner at some time. So, what are the things he or she has to follow? So, basically, I want like for our audience, I want it to be very specific that what all materials you followed. Did you refer any particular book? Did you refer any particular tutorials, online, offline, that you can share with us?
Yeah, so for anyone who's learning or beginning to learn Python, like currently in the internet itself, there are so many, you can say tutorials, there are so many blogs, there are so many courses available for you. So I think someone who is a beginner could get lost like how to proceed. So I think the best solution and how I did is was starting to learn any technical language such as Python is picking up any course. Like there are so many courses even with testbook.com. Like there are courses for beginners for learning Python. There are other web development courses. So when you learn any language through a dedicated course, you are able to see, you are able to basically achieve all those sets of goals that you need to achieve by learning in a structured form of way. And on top of that, like courses also provide assessments and tests to test your skills, like how much you have learned and what all sources you can see while learning. So that's how courses and even video lectures come in handy very much. So I think for anyone beginner, like don't get discouraged if you feel like what is going on, like it is Python is again a very human readable syntax of language. So hopefully you won't get much trouble. But even if you get discouraged, then that is fine because like there are so many helpful support available for any language which is open source such as Python. And there are again so many useful teachers like you, Anjali, and so you can take help from them and don't be discouraged and keep learning and keep persevering so that ultimately you reach your end goal.
Definitely. I think this last piece of advice is going to work for like each of them. Whatever thing you take, whatever material you follow, whatever videos you follow, it should be structured and you should not like run away from the tests and assessments. These are not meant to scare you away. हालांकि बुरा तो लगता है, but still that is going to be a part of your preparation.
Exactly. Like, and ultimately, like, if you are able to pass those tests, and let's say you are a very beginner in this field, then you get certificate for those.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ ये
And then
अनन्या
it
मैम का जो
basically
वाई
come
टी
in
है ना
handy
6
in
बजे
your resume if you want to
वो
enter
किसी
this
को
field.
असाइन कर दो ना क्योंकि मैं वो
That's
अंजलि
why.
मैम वाला वाई टी कर रहा हूँ
Exactly.
कंबाइन लाइव
So,
कर रहा हूँ और इसका
how much time you took,
सचिन सर
Mudassar,
का
in order
स्टूडियो
to
से भी
get
वाई टी
equipped
छोड़ रहा हूँ
with
6
this
बजे का
whole language, and when like what was the whole duration that you
हाँ
learned, you
मैंने बोल दिया
implemented, you
प्रीव्यू देने बोल
tested,
दिया
you like, test yourself, and then you went
एक
there
सेकंड
as a
देख लेना
professional?
So
कहाँ है भाई
basically,
अरे
for someone who has
मेरे को
like
बता दो
had some experience with programming before, like in
हाँ
college,
मेन चैनल पे है
engineering colleges, they teach
Right.
C and C++. So
हाँ
for picking, like switching to a different programming language such as Python, so it will basically take you
मेन
like
चैनल
a
पे कि
week or
कहीं से
two
उस पे
to get
हाँ
familiarized
मेन पे
with all the basic concepts, and you are able to start writing code and start writing
क्या
a
करूँ फोटो
lightweight
डालूँ
applications for
इसका
you
माइक बिक
to
नहीं चेक करना
basically learn and test around with. And if you are not familiar with
सर
any
को बोलना
programming
पड़ेगा
language and
ना सचिन
Python
अगर
is
सर का
your
ट्रेड
very
बना
first
लेगा ना
programming
मैंने
language, then it
भाई
might take
बहुत
you a
कम
little bit
सब्जियां हैं
longer.
भाई यहाँ पे
Like experts suggest
पाँच
like
चाहिए वैसे
2 to 3 months is a very
सचिन
good
का सर का
amount of
थ्रेड भी
time
नहीं
if you
बनाया
are
था
learning
ना
regularly to get very good experience and very good command over a programming language. So
सन्नी का
ultimately,
रिप्लाई वाला नहीं
if you pass after passing that phase, you basically
जो
start
पूछ रही
picking
है
up
लाइव वो
projects,
टेस्ट
start
कर
doing
देता
little
है
tasks,
मुझे
and
वो
see
मिस
what
करता
you can do
है
with the learning that you had with Python and what you can achieve. So ultimately, that's how your knowledge builds up as you start becoming more confident and you start applying more of that knowledge in your
कौन
work
है
field or in your personal daily use case.
Definitely, and I think this whole work from home thing or study from home thing that came as a
देखा
blessing
अभी
in
देखा
disguise. So those people or those students who were complaining that after college maybe they're not getting like that much time, or maybe after working in some other language and they want to shift in this. So I don't think after this whole time they're not going to complain about the same anymore. That I think this is the right time where you can manage both the things together. Like अगर थोड़ा shift करना, थोड़ा jump करना है, just take out a little bit of time here itself, test yourself, get help of any external resources if you want, and then just go for it. Because 2 to 3 months, I think there is something, if you want to do a career shift, if you want to make a good career, I think that is definitely deserve a good shot for that.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think you summed up very well. And ultimately, whenever you are learning something like such as a programming language, try to keep having fun. Try to enjoy the process so that ultimately you are able to gain more satisfaction from it.
Definitely. I think this applies for anything or everything in this world. That if you are like hurt is into something, that is going to definitely return you in a multiple ways.
Exactly.
Okay, so to sum it up, Mudassar, I just want a last piece of advice that a lot of the students they dream of like becoming that or to go to that place where you are exactly right now. So, what is that particular golden piece of advice you want to share with our users so that they can take help of it, or plus if they are experienced, and secondly if they are just stepping into this field? So what is that
I
something
think my go-to advice will be like even if you feel sort of overwhelmed, never get discouraged because like there are right now the tech industry has become so competitive. So like even if you like are applying for any company, you are like you had a bad day, your interview didn't went so well. So don't get discouraged because this whole process is a learning experience for you, so that you are ultimately able to grow and learn more insights from that process and ultimately take help from that and become a more growth and more developed individual. So ultimately, I think
ये वो
keep
कौन सा
taking help
शिफ्ट में
from
रखा है
others, don't get discouraged, and keep having fun while learning.
आफ्टरनून ना
Definitely. I think this is going to be the last mantra of them too. Okay, so this is it, guys. I think you are going to have a great informative session with Mudassar. Just try to apply whatever you learned from him, as well as you can see, a successful professional is going to guide you in a best possible way. So better just I think you, if you have already started your preparation, if you're already into this field, so you have gotten here the last pump which you want. You have got to know key as a professional what you are expected to do as a professional, what a person has followed. So you're not going
चले
in the
मेरे को ये
wrong
भी
path,
शेयर
you're
कर ले
actually
ओ
going
भाई
in the right
बारिश
path.
होंगी
Just believe in
वो
yourself, that
शीट
is
शेयर
going
कर
to
दे
be
मेरे
the
को कौन सी
best possible thing
जिसमें वो
ever
ये
happen
सब
to you.
कर रहा है
Okay,
लास्ट
so this is it, guys. I will keep the session till here itself. So you want to say any last parting words to our audience, Mudassar?
Yeah, I think that's it from my end as well. Again, keep exploring and keep having fun while learning. And if you believe in yourself, as Anjali mentioned, there is a very long path for you to go, and you will definitely achieve success ultimately.
Definitely. So on this message, I would like to end this session here itself, guys. If you like this session, if you feel that this session is going to be very, very fruitful to all of you, do not forget to hit the like button, as well as share this session as much as you can with your friends, with the relatives, those who you are aware, those who are actually trying themselves in this field. So this is going to be very, very beneficial for them too. So this is it. मिलते हैं हम लोग अगले किसी सेशन के दौरान. आज के लिए इतना ही. Thank you for being there in the session, guys. Bye everyone and take care.